Hi, this is Dr. Michelle O'Donoghue. I'm a senior investigator with the TIMI study group, and joining me today is my colleague, Dr. Nick Marston, who's also an investigator here at TIMI, and together we are serving as the principal investigators of the TYDAL-TIMI 78 trial. So welcome, Nick.
Thank you, Michelle. Great to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about TYDAL-TIMI 78. What is this trial going to be looking at?
Yeah, so TYDAL-TIMI 78 is a trial of patients with hypertriglyceridemia, predominantly moderate to mild to moderate hypertriglyceridemia. So we're talking about TG levels kind of in that 150 to 175 up to 500 range. These patients have really an unmet need. We have a lot of therapies that lower LDL cholesterol, but a lot of patients have residual elevated triglycerides, and so these therapies are really focused predominantly on TG lowering.
Well, I think that that's an important point because we've had a lot of therapies, obviously, through the years that have been really focused towards lowering LDL cholesterol. But we also know that those patients still have residual risk. Even if we're very effective at lowering LDL cholesterol, we need to think about some complementary ways of further reducing cardiovascular risk, as it remains obviously such an important killer worldwide.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've come to learn that really ApoB carrying lipoproteins are what drives atherogenesis. Most of those are LDL particles, but there's still a significant proportion that are on VLDL particles, and these are triglyceride-rich particles. They also contain remnant cholesterol, and there's a lot of data showing that this drives atherosclerotic risk independent of LDL particles.
So the therapy that we're going to be studying in this phase 2b program is MARS-001. So tell me a little bit about this type of therapeutic.
Yeah, so this is a monoclonal antibody that targets ANGPTL4. ANGPTL4 is a protein that inhibits lipoprotein lipase. Lipoprotein lipase is one of the key enzymes in triglyceride metabolism, so it breaks down these TG-rich lipoproteins like VLDL, chylomicron remnants, and breaks them down into smaller particles, ultimately lowering triglyceride levels. And so the monoclonal antibody for ANGPTL4 basically takes the brakes off lipoprotein lipase, allows it to go ahead and hydrolyze and break down these TG-rich lipoproteins, and as we've seen with early trials, results in significant triglyceride lowering.
So I think it is an exciting therapy. And what have the genetics informed us so far about ANGPTL4 as a potential therapeutic target?
Yeah, so it's interesting. You can look at naturally occurring loss of function variants in the ANGPTL4 gene, and that can give you a hint of what to expect with these therapies. And so far, the genetics have looked quite promising. So there's a significant association with lower risk of coronary artery disease, as we've seen with some of the other targets in this field. But what's most distinct and unique about ANGPTL4 is there's also a significantly reduced association with diabetes, and so that's quite exciting.
Yeah, time will tell, certainly.
Yes.
So with TYDAL-TIMI 78, this is a phase 2b dose-ranging study. So we'll be looking at 3 different active doses of MARS-001. And hopefully after that, we'll be able to move forward to a larger phase 3 program to definitively evaluate the cardiovascular efficacy and safety of MARS-001.
Absolutely.
So exciting times. Stay tuned.